structure and we have completed non-linear data structure. Okay, so now we are coming to the last session of data structure chapter. Okay, we are coming to the last topic or last section or last lecture of this topic. Your last is control structures. Now, when I talk about control structures, in exam, it has come 2 to 3 times in board exam. See, now whenever I'm saying exam, it directly goes to board exam. Okay, it has come 2 to 3 times, but many students write this answer wrong. They write if else, for loop, that structure they write. Those are the example of this topic. Those are not the explanation of this topic. After explaining sequence logic, you can give the example of it. After writing selection logic ka syntax, then you can give the example. So many of the students just get 1 mark for this answer if they write in that manner. They see that ये C++ का answer है, but this is not a C++ topics answer. This is my data structure topics answer. Okay. Control structure is divided into two: sequence logic, selection logic, and iteration logic. This we have already done in 11th standard. Okay, while studying C++. Okay, so I'll start with the very first module or very first control structure, that whenever you are having any programming in front of you, okay, so your conditions can be set in different ways. You can run a statement 100 times, or you want to check the condition whether it is true or false, like whether the student has got greater than 90% or less than 90%. So at that time where you have to select, that time selection logic comes in picture. Selection logic or conditional flow. When I say, when you want to repeat a statement 100 times, that means I want to write pass to all the students. I want to write this comment pass to all the students in all the students report card. So that pass, instead of typing 100 times, I will just create a loop, and that loop creation is known as iteration logic or repetitive loop. When there is no selection, there is no iteration, your program is just going at one flow. It is not checking any condition. It is not running any statement 100 times or 10 times. At that time, it is a very simple sequence logic or sequential flow. By term only, it is known sequential, in sequential manner. Okay. So coming to the first, in this explanation से ज़्यादा diagram important है in this topic. Okay. So this is my sequence wherein your simple C++ program. Whenever you write documentation, okay, जब भी आप documentation करते हैं, at that time this topic comes in picture, because programming में it is very simple. आपने for loop ऐसे लिख दिया, okay, आपने ऐसे लिख दिया, but इसका diagrammatic representation is nothing but control structures. Okay. My second is selection logic. Okay. Selection logic में I select. Okay. This is diamond. If you remember, in 11th standard we have done flowchart. Okay. Flowchart में this is one of the symbol used in flowchart as to check the conditions. So selection में I select. If the condition is true, it will print this statement. So this is in short my if. Okay. And this, okay, this is known as single alternative. In exam students just leave this, बस ये diagram कर दिया और छोड़ दिया, but इसका labeling, okay, this is known as single alternative. That is if, because if the condition is true, it will print this statement. Only one alternative you have. But in this, you have two alternatives, if else. If the condition is true, it will print this. If the condition is false, it will print that. So this is known as double alternative. Okay, and multiple alternative is also there. Now multiple alternative means your nested if else and everything. So that's my selection logic. This is already done in 11th, so I'm not going in depth. And in exam also, you just have to draw the diagram and show that module A is flowing here. And in selection logic, if the condition is true, it goes to module A, and in double alternative, if the condition is true, it prints this. If the condition is false, it prints module B. So in exam also, you just have to draw the diagram in this answer and just write one statement. And when I say iteration logic or repetitive, so everyone knows, I'm drawing it here. Okay, everyone can see, this one. इसको बस मैंने ऊपर. This is done in 11th. Okay, repetitive flow. If suppose मैंने यहाँ पे condition दिया that it should run 10 times, so it will run this statement again. It will go up, check the condition, print this statement. Check this condition, print this statement. If the condition is false, it will directly go to the next part. Okay, so that's my iteration logic or repetitive flow. Okay, so I'm giving you 1 minute. Just see the topic. And it is very nicely given in notes, so don't write it in the book. You can just write the topic that you have done this topic. Okay. Your next answer, this comes for 4 marks. Okay, hardly it is asked for 3 marks. The answer says that what is record and how does it differs from a linear array. When I say linear array means normal array. Okay, now this answer, out of 10 papers, I will say in 6 papers it has been asked. So this answer is important. So in notes also, ये अलग से आपको एक part में दिया है on page number 37, you can see. Okay, अलग से आपको ये answer दिया है. So can anyone tell me by looking at your notes or anything that, or if you remember, what is record? Anyone can, you can unmute yourself or chat. What is record? No one? Record?
Set of
The
fields.
first, sorry?
Collection of fields.
Who is speaking? Your voice is, okay, Yatharth, yes, speak.
A collection of fields.
Collection of fields, very good. Okay, record is nothing but collection of fields. In this answer, basically they are asking that you have to just distinguish between linear array and record. Okay, now linear array, when I talk collection of fields, the very first point, that record is a collection of fields, while linear array, I say it is like array is a set of homogeneous data elements. That means अगर मैंने a of 10 बोला है, so all the elements are integer. Okay, the second point is that a record can have non-homogeneous data elements. Is it correct? A record can have non-homogeneous data elements like name. Name comes in character. your roll number, it is an integer. Your address, it is character. Okay, so different data type record of different data type of fields can be stored in record, because it is a non-homogeneous. All the elements, all the data types are not same. While in linear array, all the elements, if I say int or float x of 5, so that means all the elements in an array will be float. So the second point says that non-homogeneous and homogeneous. Third point says that natural ordering is not possible. Now, what is this natural ordering? Natural ordering is not possible in record, while यहाँ पे it's possible. Okay. Now, what is this natural ordering? Now, if you see, यहाँ पे if I have float x of 3 and I just say 10, 20 and 40, so this gets stored in x of 0, this gets stored in x of 1, and this gets stored in x of 2. So this is known as natural ordering. Okay, in the memory, by default, the first element goes in the first position, the second element goes in the second position, the third goes in the third position. While in record, natural ordering करके कुछ है ही नहीं. Why? Because the data is non-homogeneous, so it is stored randomly. Okay. Now in fourth record में there is something known as level number. Okay, the records are identified by the level number. If you remember the level number, there are two types of storing the record: level number and hierarchical. So in level number पे you have that level number. ये जो name है, ये मेरा level number 2 पे है. Level number 3, as name is a group item, so last name, first name and middle name goes in level number 3. So in record, the data is referred by the level number of it, while in linear array, the data is referred by its index number. Now, what is this index number? This 0, 1. When I write x of 1, so this is known as the index set, index number of the data. Okay, so this is the 4 points you will cover in the answer. Okay, so the very first point is what is record, they will ask, and then how does it differ from a linear array. So a record is a collection of fields, while a linear array is a set of homogeneous is a set of elements, you will say, because homogeneous wala point you are taking in second. A record is a set of non-homogeneous data elements, while linear array is a set of homogeneous data elements. Third, natural ordering is not possible in record, while while array में the elements are naturally ordered. Okay, if we define some limit of the array, okay, so it is naturally ordered. In fourth, that elements of record are referred by my level number, while in array they are referred by the index set of consecutive numbers. Clear with this? What is record and linear array? Just give me a thumbs up if it is clear.
Yes.
Then I can see the next topic.
Ma'am, can we manually arrange our data in record? Like you said, you said it will be randomly arranged. Can we manually arrange them? Can you manually sort them?
How? Like sort means how you want to sort them. के character एक जगह पे और वो एक जगह पे, integer एक जगह पे, ऐसा.
Yeah, maybe.
But again, that when I talk about record, my definition says that it is collection of fields. Okay, so if I take suppose मैंने name एक जगह पे ले लिया, I have taken address at one point. Okay, so ये मेरा एक हो गया. When I say phone number and I say roll number, okay, ये मेरा एक हो गया. Okay, when I say marks, when I even I take marks also, marks में भी I have physics, chemistry, maths. So maybe physics में कोई student को 10.5 मिला है. सो अगेन मुझे मार्क्स फ्लोट में लेना है, बिकॉज जब मैं एवरेज कैलकुलेट करूंगी तो वो फ्लोट में आएगा. ओके,
Yes.
बट चाहे आपने इसको अलग अलग कर दिया है, ओके, आपने इसका अलग अलग सेट बना दिया, अलग अलग लेवल नंबर दे दिया, बट व्हेन आई आस्क फॉर एनी रिकॉर्ड, सपोज आई से मुझे यथार्थ का रिकॉर्ड चाहिए या मुझे आयुष का रिकॉर्ड चाहिए, बट मुझे चाहिए तो ये सब कुछ ना, I
Yes.
need everything. So that means all data element, all data types are coming na anyway. So it will definitely become a set of non-homogeneous data elements only. Whether you arrange it randomly or you arranged it manually or you arrange it any which way.
Thank
Okay?
you.
Yeah. So let's move to the next topic. Very important. Distinguish between linear search and binary search. Linear search versus binary search. I would just introduce you the topic first. This linear search and binary search we have done in 11th. Okay? Just a minute. I'll just change my setting. In 11th, we have already done linear search and binary search. Okay, now let's talk about linear search first. That what is linear search? Suppose I have elements with me. I have say 100 elements with me or 100 records with me, and out of that 100 record, I want to search record number 55. Okay, if I want to search record number 55, so what happens in linear search? I will tell you. In linear search, the number 55 gets matched with record number 1. If it matches, then the element is found. If the element does not match, then it moves to the next element. That means element number 2. Then it will move to element number 3. Then it will move to element number 4 till it gets its particular record. So that means if I go and I get it, so that means in linear search, 55 times I have to search the element. You can just my key is 55th element I want to search. So 55 times search hoga, 54 times search hoga, and 55th time I will get my element. That's my linear search. What is binary search? If you remember in 11th we have done, binary search says that your list, your records, okay, your file has to be arranged in ascending order or descending order. Suppose I arrange my list in ascending order. See my hands. Suppose I arrange my records in ascending order. Okay, the list is starting from here. I divide the list into half. I divide the list into half, beginning plus end divide by 2. So I get the middle point. Okay, मेरे पास ये middle point है और ये मेरा beginning और end है. I see and the list is arranged in ascending order. Okay, so I see whether the list or whether the number what I want to find, it falls under this part of the list or this part of the list. If it is greater than the middle element, obviously 55th है और मेरे पास 100 records है, so this is the first element, this is the 100th element, and this is my 50th element, the middle. Okay, if the element is greater than the middle element, so my list reduces automatically. I put a formula wherein my list reduces and comes to this, only this. So that means now I have to search my record only in this part. Then again I find out the middle element, and then again my list goes on reducing, and then I get the middle element. So the number of search in binary search is less than the linear element, than the linear search, because ये तो मैंने आपको सिर्फ 100 डेटा का रिकॉर्ड दिया है. आपके मोबाइल पे आप खुद देखो कि कितने कॉन्टैक्ट्स होते हैं. यू हैव सो मेनी कॉन्टैक्ट्स विथ यू. अब जैसे पी टाइप, अब मे बी दे हैव यूज्ड different searching technique. There are many techniques of search, but जो algorithm, जो programming उन्होंने की है, the coder of the phone, we don't know, the coder of the OS, we don't know which algorithm or which search technique he has used. But I can just give you the example that if I find any contact, अगर मुझे कोई भी contact search करना है, I just scroll. Okay, so this scrolling is my linear search because I wait till I get my element. Okay, while if I just write P over here in the search, I just write P, so that means my list is now कम हो जाएगा. Okay, now I will not get, it will directly point to the alphabet P and all the contacts of the alphabet P will be visible to me. Okay, so tell me, वो ऐसा ऐसा स्क्रॉल करके सर्च करना अच्छा है कि डायरेक्ट अल्फाबेट डाला तो वो अच्छा है? Obviously, if we put directly the alphabet, that is more, matlab more better. Okay, so linear search and binary search, this answer comes for 4 marks in distinguish. Okay, and properly आपको ऐसा distinguish column करके दिखाना है. It is very well given in the notes also. So the first distinguish says that linear search में the list is sorted or unsorted. It doesn't matter to linear search. Why? Can anyone tell me? List sort होगा कि नहीं होगा? It is fine. Why? Anyone? Why sorting is not important in linear search? Anyone can tell me?
Because you have to look through everything anyway.
Yes, because we have to look any which ways, we have to look to every element and we have to match with every element till we find our element. So linear search में sorted list हो के unsorted हो, it's okay. Binary search, sorting is very important because you have to divide the list, you have to find the middle element, you have to see whether it is on the left side or on the right hand side. So sorting is important in binary search. The second says they have like we have just given the explanation of the concept that compare the desired element with all the elements. While in binary search, we don't compare with the desired element, we divide the list first. Okay. In third, insertion of element uh, is okay with linear search. It is very easy in linear search. Can anyone tell me why inserting of any element in linear search is very easy? If you
Because
want to
it can be
insert,
put because it can be put in anywhere. It does not need to be
it can be
arranged in
put
a particular.
yes, because it can be put up anywhere as the list is unsorted. But in binary search, putting any element or inserting any element is very difficult. Why? Because the list is sorted and you have, suppose मेरे पास 1 to 10 numbers है, ओके, और मुझे उसमें कोई एक नंबर इंसर्ट करना है, ओके, मुझे 11th नंबर इंसर्ट करना है या से मुझे नंबर इंसर्ट करना है 9.5. ओके, सो 9 और 10 के बीच में मुझे 9.5 इंसर्ट करना पड़ेगा, राइट? मैं उसको कहीं पे भी इंसर्ट नहीं कर सकती हूँ बिकॉज द लिस्ट इज सॉर्टेड. ओके, सो 9.5 जब जब आई एम एंटरिंग, सो आई हैव टू चेंज द पोजीशन ऑफ नंबर 10, देन आई हैव टू insert an element. So binary search में inserting is a bit difficult because the list is sorted. The next says that searching of any element in linear array is easy. Sorry, the time taken in linear array, in linear search is too much. Why? Because if the element is in the last position, then you have to go through all the elements. Okay. While in binary search, it is not like that. Okay. Even if it is large, the size of the array is large, it's fine. Time will the time taken will be less as we divide the list and do it. Okay, so that's the distinguish between linear search and binary search. That is why I explained you the concept first and then I came to the distinguish so that it is clear. Okay, so if everyone clear with the distinguish between linear search and binary search? Just give me a thumbs up, everyone. Or do I need to repeat any point which you have not understood? Just tell me. Okay. Let's switch to the next topic. Sridhar sir.